The 6th Annual Innovation Summit got underway in Johannesburg today. The summit brings together thought leaders and practitioners in the field of innovation to showcase their success stories. It also encourages young people to be pioneers of new ideas. Joining me now is the summit's executive, Jonathan Darker. Thank you so much for chatting to us. So what is the summit all about?
The summit is really an event that's hosted once a year. It's in its 6th year this year. The idea of the summit is really to put together academics, thought leaders, your corporate leaders, as well as innovators, all under one roof. And we really believe if we do that, things will start happening. It has to happen, and that's what we try and achieve.
When we talk about innovators or innovation itself, it seems like such a broad term. Who exactly are we talking about?
Innovators is exactly that, or the concept is exactly what you said. It is a broad term. I think it's really unfair to sort of think that it's somebody only in a laboratory or something like that who can innovate. Some of the best inventions come out of the kitchen. And that's really what we try and bring across, is that it can be anyone, any South African especially, can be an innovator. We've had some phenomenal inventions coming out of South Africa, and we are really trying to encourage additional and new inventions in South Africa.
One of the problems which has been identified in the past is that as a country we don't spend enough on research and development, R&D. Is that beginning to change?
That is definitely beginning to change. There are a lot of funding initiatives. There are a lot of venture capitalists out there at the moment. There's also a lot of incubation systems in place at the moment that really do make a difference.
You said that South Africa has come up with some great inventions in the past. Are you seeing some exciting ideas coming out from young people?
From young people, most definitely. We've one of the last ones that we saw was a water soap developed by a young gentleman. But we've also seen some major inventions coming out of South Africa as well, like the Lodox system that came out, which enables you to X-ray a full human in a couple of seconds. This was actually showcased on Grey's Anatomy. So and that's a South African, something we should really be proud of.
That's fantastic. But is money being made from those inventions?
It will be. Obviously, it's not something that happens overnight, but definitely the intellectual property has been properly protected, and the process is underway.
That was actually going to be my next question. In light of this whole Vodacom debacle and people not protecting their IP, do people know enough about how to go about that?
My opinion, definitely not. And it's one of the reasons why at the Innovation Summit we actually brought on board partners, a firm of attorneys rather, Spur & Fisher, who specialise in intellectual property, that's come there to actually, and part of their partnership is that they're actually looking at the inventors and seeing, is your invention protected properly? What can we do? What do you need to do? And they're actually offering advice there. So from that point of view, as from a South African point of view, no, but it's something that we're trying to drive.
So if you're a young person, or anyone for that matter, and you think you've come up with a phenomenal and innovative idea or gadget, what ought to be your first step?
I think the first thing is to really establish, is it something new? A lot of new ideas that we think are new have already been done. They already exist somewhere in the world. My opinion is start off with Google. Google something similar and see if something exists. Once that's been done and you're convinced that there's nothing else, then you need to take a step further and start doing a patent check, start doing a patent search. I know that Google Patents is a really simple way to do it, but it's a good start. If you find nothing there, then definitely you need to start looking at ideas and actually getting it protected. There are initiatives. I know the SABS Design Institute would assist. The TIA would definitely assist with something like that. The IDC looks into options like that, and they would also offer advice on the actual protection on it, to just the basic grounds. And then obviously it would have to go to a specialist attorney firm for the final protection.
And many of these role players that you've just spoken about would be participants at a summit like this.
Most definitely. We have Cecil Chem City that's part of it. They are an incubator. We have the IDC as our lead sponsor this year. I mean, when it comes to supporting innovation, they're really up there with as the best. We have we have Eskom that's part of it. We've got Telkom that will be launching a mega challenge, which is an open innovation competition to South Africa. The first time that South Africa is seeing something like this, which is absolutely phenomenal. Furthermore, we've got this. Even the city of Tshwane has come on board with an inventors garage, allowing inventors to showcase their inventions and hopefully get venture capital support, also with some great cash prizes.
Fantastic. So people are interested, where can they go?
The website www.innovationsummit.co.za. We have what we call the Eskom Spark Lab, which is an exhibition centre. This contains the pitching den, where there'll be pitching sessions, as well as the inventors garage, and that is free of charge. It's free, open to the public, and it's actually at the IDC in Sandton, 19 Fredman Drive, Sandton.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Was SA Innovation Summit's Executive Jonathan Darker.